Alright, so I got a few new pieces. Two new pieces, and then this is another one that I've had for a little while, my Evil Kitty. But I got a new kind of ogre piece and a demon piece. I just cast it up and foam filled, so we're going to show what they look like for the first time, and we'll see how the molds for these guys, or how the castings came out for these guys. So, demolding, brand new first time casting pieces. We'll see how they held up, or how they come out. They were pretty clean, so they should be all right. There'll still be little tidbits of clay in there for with this being the first pull. But we'll see how it looks. Not too bad. There's a little issue, an air bubble with the tooth. I'll have to check out to see if there's any clay left in there. A little bit of sagging in the back where the foam didn't actually fill up. But other than that, the seam line, I mean, there's a little issue where around the ear mold wall, but other than that, it's a pretty decent casting. So I can play around with it and fix this one, but I know a few areas I gotta clean up. Some of the clay came out, which is good, and the next pour will be even better. Ugh, we got this guy. That. Let's see what we got here. Here's the demon character. I kind of did one of my challenges, and basically forced myself to kind of keep working at him, and kept going with it, so I like it now. Alright, this one you got to be careful because his horns are in the back half of the mold, so those have to get loosened out and pulled. Alright, there we go. Pretty good so far. There we go. Now he's loose. Alright. Not too bad for a first casting. Pretty clean. Couple issues with a couple of the teeth, that the latex didn't get all the way in there. I got a few air pockets, which one I can fix, but I also know that I either need to check out the mold to make sure there's no clay left in there. Actually, that area is pretty clean, so that's just a matter of an air pocket. Got a little bit of clay still in this one though. But other than that, the horns came out pretty good. I'm gonna have to double check on this one if that's just an air pocket. But your first casting also gives you an idea of, not only does it help clean out all the little areas or some of the residue of clay that you didn't see or notice, because especially with water clay and using ultracal 30, it's a pretty close color, as opposed to when I was doing hydrocal white. You could notice where the clay was. But it also gives you areas that you need to think about and watch out for in your molds. Like making sure the teeth and the horns, being more careful on your next casting, basically. But overall, it's not something I can't fix, and it gives me a place to turn to where I need to make sure all the clay is actually out of it. Now this one I've done before, and this is an older piece, but recasting up another one to kind of do some demos on painting it. So, and just showing it off at the shows because I haven't made one up in a while. horrible. I did have a little bit of a leak from the foam that I guess went through one of the air pockets in the latex. But it isn't something that isn't fixable. I got some dirt and some air pockets down here too that I'm gonna have to fill in. So not the best casting on this one, but it's okay. I can fix it. So here's the my evil kitty, which usually gets painted up into like a zombie type of kitty. So there's my new pieces, and like I was saying before, you know, sometimes with using, depending on what mold material you use, I used to use a lot of ultracal white as opposed to ultracal 30, which is a lot stronger, and I'm actually able to find locally now. It's just harder to actually know how clean it is just because the clay doesn't stand out as much. But I found the areas I need to work out. I got 2 pretty cool castings that I can fix and paint up. So here's the 2 new pieces I got. These are about half scale latex foam filled. Alright, I'll see you guys on another video. Let me know if you guys would like to see anything. I'm going to try to get some videos of these guys painting, and I'll do some time lapse for my YouTube channel. I'll do some demonstrations for my Patreon channel, and I'll see you guys on another one.